Welcome back. You're watching The Money Show, and it's time to get your financial portfolio checked. And I have today with me Hemant, who's on board live and answering all your financial portfolio queries. And Hemant, we also have our first viewer, Mr. Srinivas Chitturi from Andhra Pradesh. Good evening, sir. How are you doing today?
Good evening, madam. I'm okay, madam.
Thank you so much for sending us your question, sir. So, as per the question sent by you, you say that you're a retired person and you want to invest 20 lakh lump sum in mutual fund, and from that investment, you want to withdraw a certain amount for 15 years. And for that,
Yes.
you want a mutual fund portfolio suggested. So, can I know what's the actual amount that you're looking at to draw every month?
At least 4 to 5,000.
Okay, all right. All right, sir. So, can I also assume that this portfolio is not something that you are entirely banking on for your regular expenses or the money that is needed post-retirement? Do
I
you
got
have
many
other
other
sources of income
investments.
also? Okay, perfect,
Yes, yes,
perfect. That is what
yes.
I wanted to know. Sure, sure. Sir, how much comfortable are you with being an equity-oriented investment portfolio person, or you are not comfortable with that risk? Is there anything on those lines?
I'm interested in equity-based funds only,
Okay,
like
okay,
a
sure.
conservative fund, which may give at least 15 to 18% of
Okay,
return.
okay. All right, got it. Hemant?
See, Kavita, I think we need to understand what is the goal here. The goal is to generate regular income. And of course, systematic withdrawal plan, popularly known as SWP, is a smart way or a smart strategy to generate regular income by investing in a market linked product, and at the same time have an opportunity to make the money grow. Obviously, as he mentioned, that by investing 20 lakh, he wants to generate income of say around 5,000, which is like 60,000 per annum, which is around 3% of the portfolio. I think this is an important aspect whenever anyone is investing as a lump sum and trying to draw money out for regular income. It has to be in the reasonable proportion so that the money continues to grow, because this money that you require will continue to increase because of inflation. So I think he's doing well as far as these parameters are concerned. My recommendation would be to look at balanced advantage fund. These are basically funds where the asset allocation is managed dynamically in terms of how the equity market is doing, and then it is divided between equity arbitrage as well as debt. So what happens here is that you are able to draw money out and also ensure that there is some growth that will happen over a period of time because you're investing a lump sum money there. A couple of funds that you can consider. One is Kotak Balance Advantage, and second is HDFC Balance. Maybe you can invest 10 lakh each in these funds, and as and when you decide to take the money out, you can take out. Ideally speaking, if you can give it, 1 year period, so any capital gain that you draw along with your withdrawal will be a long-term capital gain, but the taxation is lower than the short-term gain.
Mr. Srinivas, is that all? You want to ask anything else? HDFC Balance Advantage and Kotak Balance Advantage Fund is what is recommended to you.
Yes, that's all I want to know. Thank you, madam. Thank you for your
All
advice.
right, sir. All right, all the best. Let's move on. I have Nisha Barut from Mumbai on the phone line with me. Good evening, ma'am. How are you doing today?
Good evening, dear. Thank you so much. I'm fine.
Thank you so much for sending us your question, ma'am. So, as per the details given by you, you are looking at building retirement corpus in 8 years, and monthly SIP that you are doing is in Axis Mid Cap. You have Canara, Robeco Emerging Equities, Mid Asset Large and Mid Cap, PGM India Mid Cap. Nippon Small Cap you have, HDFC Mid Cap Opportunity, SBI Small Cap, HDFC Small Cap, HDFC Defence, ICICI Value Discovery. You also have Large and Mid Cap, and you want to know if there are any changes to be made in your portfolio, and you will also step up your SIP and make it 40K by the beginning of next year. And current SIP you're saying is of 27.5, okay, 27,500, and all right, that's the question. Any more details that you want to add on the phone line?
No, what I meant is I will step it up additionally 40K. So what will
Okay.
it make is 40 plus 27 and a half.
Oh, okay, that ways. Oh, that's great. That's
Yes.
great. Ma'am, what's the corpus that you're looking at?
So ideally, I will look somewhere about say 80 lakhs to 1 CR.
Okay. And this is going to be the investment portfolio through which you would need regular income every month. Is that right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Perfect. Hemant, anything else you want to ask Anisha?
And what is the time horizon for which she can allow the money to
Eight
grow?
years.
8
8 years,
years.
she's
8 to
saying.
10,
8
10 years
years.
also is
And
good, yes.
Okay,
okay,
8
and
to 10
thereafter the
years.
money
So,
has to be
yeah.
taken out through SW, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So if I look at Kavita, I look at the current portfolio. I think the SIP is 27,500. There are 11 funds in the portfolio. So clearly, considering the fact that the money is required to be taken out only after 8 years, so obviously the focus has to be on growth. But the problem here is, I believe that portfolio requires some consolidation because there are far too many funds in this. That's one aspect that we need to look at. So considering that the current SIP is 27,500, and then she's going to add 40,000, which is going to be 67,500. We'll try to kind of realign this investment and kind of have a different mix of the funds in the portfolio, especially for the accumulation stage of next 8 years. So some of the existing funds that can be retained are Nippon India Small Cap, where she can invest 12,000, ICICI Large and Mid Cap, where she can invest 12,000, ICICI Value Discovery, where she can invest 7,500. So these are the funds from the existing. Some funds that can be added, Motilal Oswal Large and Mid, 12,000, Kotak Multi-Cap, 12,000, and Invesco Mid-Cap, 12,000. What we're trying to do is reduce the number of funds, have better quality of funds in the portfolio, and ensure that there is a proper balance in terms of allocation to different market segments. Now, important thing is, after around 7.5, 7 years or so, maybe you need to kind of start rebalancing your portfolio and kind of realign it from growth to growth
Right.
and income. So I think that's the
Okay.
change that will require after 7 years.
All right. All right. So, few changes suggested. Nisha, request you to take the changes down, note down the changes. And if in case you missed out any details, the show will be going live on our channel's YouTube as well. You can note down the details from there, especially the fund's name. Thank you so much for asking your question. And thank you so much, Hemant, for being on the show and helping our viewers with their financial portfolios today. And on that note, time to sign off. I'm going to leave our viewers with our WhatsApp number and email ID. Do keep sending your questions because we have your life financial planning done on the show every day. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.